All right, guys. I welcome you live on SBTV Africa. My time says 5:34. I welcome you live on SBTV Africa. We are late for 4 minutes, and today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Charlie, I feel I'm joining and I'm Mama Kwaba. When him say Friday beyond 5:30, minute lawyer wisdom akaho wise man solicitors. Babe joining I will show way so na say what joining and they are they are making sure say we are very important pa yeah the fella a woman bremo in sensem a woman bremo and a question be answer opesa ubisa no be answer no ubetimi ebisa no efa comment section and now say a voice note on WhatsApp na ma me beto screen so later say I feel when you about so the only every Fridays be an yes our program we last week Friday in mini number but and then we be join and e be share in sensem bebre over the week in sensem be pp ni ade concerning health workers ne the ekoko koso ni ade e wa na yetete say UK aban no red list be about for health workers recruitment no na just a man for begum sa masisi a tija say ten Ghana for baby a we be back kakra be boa support kakra na say ya abuse this a tija say ten intimini lawyer e ba be twetwe nkomo no wa be kire mo wa be ka ne ewom no kra ewom sanso na e be kire another means and answer ways and means health workers ni ade obetimi aye ni ade oni say me de nya me field na ni onu na expert ni say baby some questions no kra ewom ete say ni no kra say health workers no sponsorship ne we ni nya na ya cancer yentimi nkọ in bulk na say individual na say any say program we are very important inti share ma unu bi like it subscribe na share link ni ma unu bi or WhatsApp so na Facebook so you are live on Facebook SBTV Africa page and you are live so a YouTube channel inti mo share your YouTube mo share your Facebook no ya mama kwaba inti mini lawyer wisdom akao eba be di nkomo wise man solicitors straight eba be di nkomo na minim say ono kwa no beba na say lawyer Francis Suba be joining but ma min ko straight na min ko di nkomo na mo comment mo fa mo questions ni mra na voice notes so metimi di aba later but see an ma lawyer Kwaba mra show no so na yeni nkomo lawyer wisdom akao wise man solicitors.
Hello, DJ Nyame.
Boss me chao me ma Kwaba boko there.
Boko DJ Nyame.
Boss.
Yeah, you are the boss. You are the boss.
Now I say that your background as sound. I the only officer now.
Oh, DJ Jaita.
And I was a office no. Well, when you new officer come on now.
Who was all David top?
Oh, lawyer. Okay, lawyer, so me be able to wise man solicitor will be out here.
I don't want to be able to DJ.
Nice one. Now, I yes, we are lawyer. What on the kind of the straight and I say I late kaka. Now, over the week, you know, from last week, he by us and then he had to say, Charlie, health workers here, almost any idea. You see, home office say no more sponsorship. Yeah, for health workers, be anko. Money aka red list ho internet so church mu na ye hu say no kwa bi wom sa na say amanfo okeka we kan de adi ba e unam social media TikTok na obi ada ne ho so say agent or recruit obi ara ne de ebi mu so complain ye twi o ma fam sikedie basa enti lawyer over to you me ma Kwaba.
Yeah, me jo bi o me that's it. Yo, me da say etie for yemo e da obi ase say na so ya sign eshia. DJ, we have no time to waste, so we'll go straight to the point. Now, yen say because of Brexit and the COVID-19, nipa bebre ifimo, and then there was a lot of vacancies in the health and care sector. To the extent that the government announced that I think they needed about almost 500,000 people to work in the health sector. And because of that shortage in NT, almost a year provisions, Ubia, a health worker, no. ɔbɛtumi aba UK aba abɛyɛ adwuma.
mm,
Particularly, nurses, health workers, doctors, physiotherapists, pharmacists, and across board. A wide range of people could come to the UK to work.
mm,
Now, and then say, so we are employer who the sponsorship license, and our only home office are registered with the home office. Now, a sponsorship license now. In that case, Uber to me are recruiting health workers from anywhere in the world. Now, Waba Ababe Juma.
mm,
Based on Enonte, menim say yɛn kuromfoɔ Ghanafoɔ bebree na me encourage say we shouldn't always be working for other nationalities, but yɛn nso yɛnyɛ adwuma ma yɛn kasa yɛn ho. Ɛno nti what I know is Ghanafoɔ bebree ebue companies, healthcare companies, and it was a good thing. Nti ɔmo
mm,
egyina so ɛde employ nipa bebree ɛde ba UK. Now,
mm,
yeah, so I know people who actually came to the UK through the health and care worker visa route. And the
mm,
beautiful thing about it was that, sir, ba when you yiri and when you kuno any woman na ebe to me aba. So which was fantastic. Now
mm,
somehow I think sir recently it was in the newspapers, the Telegraph newspaper said Obi ako report is I'm saying the employer no gye sika bi efi ne nkyɛn ansa na ɔde sponsorship certificate no ɛma no na ɔde aba etc etc. Nti ɛba in the newspaper na adeɛ a aba Telegraph newspaper mu wɔ UK nso deɛ na ɛkyerɛ sɛ akɔdu soro hɔ na ansa na ɛbɛpie ɛwɔ Telegraph no mu. And of course, a lot of these prominent people, the decision makers, read these papers. And based
mm,
on it, no, no, I'm sure it went viral. And a video being so by being so reported, if you can see set emoji the second based on a no, no, and they actually they have reported. And personally, yes, we name Obia Obaye with this health and care worker visa. No, on any kuno overdo here no employer no say adwuma ni hɔ ɛmma mo ɛna lady no say na ɛbɛyɛ dɛn na metua me rent ɛbɛyɛ dɛn na metua me how do I survive etc etc.
mm,
Now so these were some of the complaints that were coming up, and unfortunately recently just a few days ago Home Office Edia to just said there are some countries, that is 54 countries, and Ghana has been added to those 54 countries. The
mm,
Home Office has now placed them on the red list. We have the
mm,
green list, we have the amber countries, and we have the red list countries. Now,
mm,
with the red list countries, Ghana, ɛka ho. Philippines,
mm,
in the green list. Nti ɔmo deɛ still no, ɔmo bɛtumi di ɔmo nkorɔfo aba because ɔmo nneɛma yɛ no ɛyɛ different. Ɔmo nyɛ no gidigidi basabasa te sɛ nea akuro bi so di a ɔmo tumi yɛ no na yɛ kyinkyim obinom nsa and all that kind of things. But Home Office no ɔmo ankasa reports ɔmo anya nte ɛna ɔmo de saa countries yi ɛde ato that list no so deebi ɛn deɛ ɔmo anka ne saa. Nea ɔmo
mm,
ka ne sɛ wohwɛ the World Health Organization their criteria for the number of doctors, health workers to a certain number of the population. That is, they have to have at least a global median of 48.6 per 1,000 per 10,000 population. In other words, 48.6 number of health workers, doctors, nurses to 10,000 population. Almost some calculation now. Ghana is below that requirement. In other words, we don't have that 48.6 per 10,000 population together with Nigeria and other countries. And until say almost the more health workers fit Ghana back to the UK, it means that they are not meeting the the what do you call it, the WHO, the health the requirement of the UN WHO, the World Health Organization criteria. And until that is why Ghana has been placed on the red list of countries
mm,
cannot employ people to come to the UK. That is that. So Ghana has been placed on the red list. Now, so interest, nobody can come. What they are saying is third party involvement. Recruiters I'm a recruiting amount for say omombra UK no. Omo na AU omo efi the category no mu. Nanso sɛ woyɛ an individual na sɛ wankasa wo approach NHS ana wankasa wo approach the employer na sɛ ɔma wo adwuma a, that is totally different from the ones that third party recruitment agencies are involved. The ones that third party recruitment agencies are involved. Now, where there are third party recruitment agencies, then that is not allowed. But if it is one on one individuals directly to the NHS or individuals directly to the employer, then that is still allowed. So these are the criteria the Home Office has now used to determine who is eligible to come to the UK as a health worker. Now, if you do not meet the criteria, so until Ghana meets the threshold of 48.6 per 10,000 of the population, the Ghana will be out of that category where where agencies cannot actively recruit people from Ghana to work in the UK. But Mamensi Subium said, what it also goes on to say is that no, even though agencies, recruiters cannot do that, say we are an individual and you are able to get the job yourself directly from the employer, in that case, you are dealing with the employer yourself, you may still be able to come to the UK, provided you meet the requirements of the employer to come and work as a health worker. So that is what it is. Now, the countries placed on the active red list for no active recruitment under the code and we have Afghanistan, we have Angola, we have Bangladesh, Benin, Burkina Faso, Burundi, we have Cameroon, Central African Republic, we have Chad, we have the Comoros, we have the Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, we have Cote d'Ivoire, we have Djibouti, we have Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Gabon, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Haiti, we have the Kiribati, Lao People's Democratic Republic, the Lesotho, Liberia. All these countries have been placed on the red list. The rest are Madagascar, Malawi, Mali, Mauritania, Federated States of Micronesia, Zimbabwe, Niger, Nigeria, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Rwanda, Samoa, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Solomon Islands, Somalia, South Sudan, and the rest have all been placed on the
Lawyer, lawyer take call me. Yeah, train say baby my message na to so. Lawyer, how take call?
yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm saying Joe Biden, I didn't Nancy, I'm all right. So, yeah, so I've mentioned the countries Timor Leste, Togo, Tuvula, Uganda, uh, Vanuatu, Republic of Yemen, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Now, all these countries have been placed on the red list, which means that there can be no active recruitment from these countries. Now, yes, that is what it says, but it does not mean that if the individual gets employment directly from the employer, directly from the NHS, they cannot come. It is a third party involvement that they are in, they want to discourage or they have discouraged. So recruiters cannot bring anybody to the UK until, at least from this 52 countries that have been listed, until Ghana is removed from the red list. So, DJ Nyame, I know you have some follow-up questions. Ubisa, then I respond to.
So far, no be ambisa me question, but what church mu because you know the near tetene church say bia say na wo sha say beginning no ya nkofo bebre di nkofo bebre room na bebre so no ya omu bukata nti e bia dede na omo ye ni nti kan nti na akoba home office ate say na wo kan na home office ate ni ade na akoma say yi ye free no but what church mu ma ehun say ya ti asese enye no enye no
Yes.
but enye no so no home office no so mate say ya ebu kata de so mate
menim recruiting company bia omoji omo license home office agi omo license efi omo nsa because of nyama binti. Now sir wodi obi ba UK has say omra mbe adwuma ne kunu waja na adwuma e wo Ghana ho one ne kunu nyina ne nebusuafo gyina agina wo adwuma o ma badu UK I don't know whatever happened ma badu UK adwuma na esese wo de mana no wo si oni adwuma e ma no meanwhile adwuma nti na wo ma ne ba ya saa nipe ne e call so ansa na wa badu say anya ni de na officially say you are not treating them well. About me, I got a report you say before me bano so and so and so and a call so and yeah etc. My bedu say a juma nanka as so yam umame and yes me and yes I want to see on ye jumo or pay juma na yampo who will say a juma anyhow. It's totally different from the person not wanting to work. In this case, they want to work, but you are not giving them work to do. And you almost say, how do we pay our rent? How do we survive? How do we pay our bills? A ban is not a year and pain comes in, then they go and talk and report to different organizations. And say, hey, yeah, home office, they almost this why is it, but almost the way about. Underlining factors can be said. Some of these reports are omate. Meaning, Bakubia, it's any American, almost a revoke the sponsorship license. Employees need to say no more hanging as a some different employers to move to that category. Otherwise, so these are some of the problems that people have encountered. And Nontina, I believe these are some of the factors that informed the decision. Although the Home Office will never tell you that is the case, Omudi Abbas said, compare the number of patients, 10,000 population to 48.6% of health workers is not there. That is why they have put Ghana on the red list for health workers recruitment.
Oh, yeah, lawyer, you can say what the case, you quite the other two in near, dear say, mobile, no say, been saying the album, but the aim been out say, I will just ask away, I say, or buy, say, minim, so your lawyer idea about me, say, about two.
Well, and Yamane Beno, it doesn't come to us direct.
Okay.
Now we have association of lawyers, and sometimes not Obi, one other lawyer has been confronted with a situation. They were fraud. Hello, my colleague. This is the situation I'm facing. How do we deal with this thing? So these are some of the platforms we see some of these things from. Now, Tisenia Kano, a lot has gone on. A lot has gone on. We believe we haven't seen evidence, but believe based on the information we gather from the grapevine and from the air, meaning said a lot has gone on. Sometimes Obi can say, "Me pesa uba, eso ye commitment fee, eso chia visa fee, eso ye way anyway. Me chia ma one kase chia, but answer na chia because me na me yama no fasikani family so answer na me chia." And in that case, Obeka just a visa fee na wutia, and yes, ono na ejisika visa fee na wutia. But the question is, how much is visa fee? Until the visa fee now was it now the two near plane fare and etc. The one who says sometimes it is not just what you've been told that has been acted upon. Yes, so yes, we've people have come for consultation, and then sometimes it's third-party information. Sometimes it's that me uncle B, me auntie B, me sister B has gone through this and these difficulties. How do they want to approach it? So yes, like I said, we solicit, we get information from our colleague lawyers and across board. These are some of the things that have come up. But I understand that a lot of things have gone and it's causing a lot of people a whole lot of problems. Wabadu we no. To the extent so be quick I say one no ne humpo so aba because adwuma na all you know top position and ojaye edibaye and they say no stranded. Adwuma na all year the employer is given all kinds of problems, all kinds of allegations, all kinds of issues. Ofi hɔ nso a onyanya adwuma foforɔ because employer when a man sponsorship certificate nanti, he is compelled to remain there, and not getting the best of treatment. So it's a difficult problem that is going on, but I believe that somehow some of these things will get resolved. So yes, it's actually a difficult issue that is arising, and we hope that it can be arrested quickly so that it doesn't degenerate into any more serious issues for the employers and the employees. Yeah.
And every single company say, "I'm paying for you." So I'm say, "Ingo, your necessary doctors, you move down the door." And also on I said they are buying to a buy no catch say masa. Yena fire to red list so na yen go for no ba board do. And
No,
also
I
on
maintain this Ghana government will do that.
na say call do baby almost every month be as a 500 do call. Every month be a 500 call. Now every month be a 500 call. 1 year say.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Obi friend me, I think a few days ago, I say, lawyer, Ghana for a big gukrum. This year, pa Ghana for a big gukrum. Me say, well, I mean, set the option is there. The opportunity has come. The health and care, and they come with their families. And once, and you know, the UK always want the best. They always want the finest and the best. And some who recruit here, they're not just going to recruit anybody from anywhere. They are recruiting the finest, the best. And that is the health workers in all sectors. So that is what it is. Mainly, our leaders will do that because they wish.
Oh, me can me be as me say me be as be they almost 500 free every month, no. It is every month now 1 year saying. So it's not me be 500 to me free every month. Now 1 year saying.
That's a huge number. That is huge.
It's not me be say be ana enya alarming na e be ana so nkan o.
500 times 365. That is 182,500. That is huge.
Na mana wo boy class si anu mpo no. Still cry no baby cry nya adwuma anya wa ha. Bebre wa ha. Posting ko mu nya bi. Bebre. It's any there. Anyway, you move and the topic of today and when you address but obi bisa question bi wo me be say o hwe say obetimi ebi ayi ana efa we hu nti ma me fanto na mo betimi dem questions aba mo pese mo bisa no bia mo betimi aba
Okay.
sis na abo na me mo bisa okay I was screen so
Okay, also kindly ask him about the embargo on clearance from the Ministry of Health. Well, possibly to send a DJ Nyamia. For all you know, I'm not aware of the embargo on clearance from the Ministry of Health. I haven't seen that. But to send a DJ Nyamia maybe the pace and the rate at which the health work, I don't know, so I can't speak to that. Maybe the rate at which they are living could possibly inform some of these decisions also. But I have not read anything which clearly shows that there is an embargo which says they cannot recruit workers from Ghana. What I know is the UK has placed Ghana on the red list. That because of the World Health Organization parameters of determining the number of health workers to the population of 10,000, Ghana is below that threshold. Anontina, almost red list. Francis Boisiaku, hi. The individual needs clearance from the ministry. Well, that is, if that is what it is, then that is what it is. If the individual doctor or nurse or health worker needs clearance, I'm not privy to that, but probably that is what it is from Ghana. I don't know about this particular one. Okay. All right.
Mm.
The person
Okay. Yo,
again
Tiaso.
make us about health and care there be to say amudi to ways so no to say UK they are looking at putting to get they are looking at putting some category of workers also in the shortage occupation list. And no, these are in the building industry, the building industry. So we'll share a report by the Construction Industry Training Board, CITB, Construction Industry Training Board in the UK. Near Omo said they need about 53,000 additional workers a year. And this is talking about the building industry, the construction industry. Or say from November 2022 to January 2023, vacancies are about 65% higher in the construction industry because again because of the Brexit ninety nipa bebree ekɔɔeɛ. A lot of the EU nationals who were working in the UK as construction workers left. Many of them left. Those from Lithuania, from the Eastern European countries, majority of them left. And then there's a huge vacancy in the construction industry. Me a me wɔ adamfo bi a ɔyɛ dry lining. Nea ɔno ka kyerɛ me ne sɛ, my brother, there is so much work we don't have people to do it because ɔse wohwɛ ɔmo platform na ɔmo wɔ ne so they have a platform where sɛ adwuma ba a they post the jobs there. Or say adwuma begu hɔ so much we don't even have people to do the work because you no ɛkɔ. So the UK is actually needing construction workers. Announcing and they said from November 2022 to January 2023, vacancies are about 65% higher than normal. And the Construction Industry Training Board, CITBC, said they need about 53,000 additional workers a year. 53,000 additional workers a year in the construction field. And as a association, also the Federation of Master Builders, FMB, FMB, Federation of Master Builders, FMB, almost say that their members are struggling to recruit carpenters, joiners, bricklayers, and general laborers. That is Federation of Master Builders. They said their members are struggling to recruit carpenters, joiners, bricklayers, and general laborers. Now, recent data from the Federation of Master Builders, FMBC, that they conducted a survey and it says 60% of the jobs are stalled. 60% of the construction works that are going on have stopped because they don't have people to work. Mia area na me no, the area I'm in London, Hannah. There was work going on. Suddenly work has stopped. The materials are there, but there's nobody there to work. Somehow, maybe because they have to, share workers. Maybe they have to move them from one site to another site, from one site to another site, so that they can get the work done. And these works are all time sensitive. So it is true that the UK needs workers in the construction field. Now, OSHA, the construction sector, based on the data they provided, they said they need about 225 additional workers by 2027. 225,000 additional workers by 2027 before they can meet the demand in the housing sector and putting up the housing to meet that demand. they need about 225,000 additional workers by 2027. We are in 2023, so in 4 years, they need about 225,000 people. Now, because of this, these recommendations and all these concerns were sent to MAC, MAC. You're from Migration Advisory Committee. Migration Advisory Committee. A organization bi our UK omotime to government nifo advising government as to what to do in terms of migration. Now, based on enono, MAC are recommended to the government, sir. Mark has recommended to the government that bricklayers, masons, bricklayers, masons, roofers, those of you who roof the houses, roof tilers. Some of the houses there are tiles on top, and slaters, carpenters, and joiners, and plasterers should be added to the shortage occupation list. Should be added to the shortage occupation list. So MAC has recommended to the government to add this category of people to the shortage occupation list. Tilers, masons, roof tilers, jointers, plastering, those who have been doing dry lining, they should all be added to the shortage occupation list. Now, once that is added, you will need an employer to register with the Home Office. Once the employer registers the Home Office, then the employer can then recruit and bring people to the UK. We do not recruit. We do not have the employers, but we are saying that this is what is coming up. When it comes, the people in Ghana, the tilers, the bricklayers, the masons, the roofers who want to come to the UK to work, you need to find an employer. You yourself will need to look for the employer, and once you are issued with the certificate of sponsorship, then you are able to come to the UK to work. We do not offer employment. We do not give the employment, and we do not look for employers for people. We are only giving you what the law is, what is in the system, what is coming up. But you have to do the hard work by looking for the employers. Meaning, sometimes people call me to say, "Oh, lawyer, now, name employer?" No, unfortunately, I don't have any employers. I don't have any links with any employers. But you have to do that work yourself. And now, ebusiani bi wo Ghana, UK, sorry, obetumi ahwehwe bi amawa, then of course you can go ahead and you do that. They can look for the employer for you. Then based on that, you can come to the UK to work in the industry. So this is what it is. It is coming up. As soon as it is approved by the government, workers in the construction industry. Meaning, Ghana, we have a lot of masons who don't have even work to do. Sometimes they go from site to site, bush to bush, looking for buildings that are springing up to see if they can get some work to do. If this opportunity comes and you can get an employer, then you can come to the UK to work with the company. So, DJ, this is something which
Mama says Bibia Setia Bibia was a live on SVTV Africa. Instead of catching say I'm sure I'm tap subscribe because you make sure say right way, right channel. And yet shortcut. Next now be framing now we no. Say lawyer say a bar or the Bible to just say it be no here. Oh, one got some research, what for sponsorship. I just say, any connection. Every day people they worry me. I say I need to do connection. Still. Yeah, me no get no connection. I mean, me connection. No, I need to do connection. I don't know connection, man. I need to deal with connection. Maybe I Uber beside me. Immigration lawyers say I'm on memo. I don't get connection, but still, I'm on volunteer. Okay, lawyer, also an short then.
And then,
We be teachers as hey. Okay, let me take you here.
please, what offer has the government given to teachers also? Do teachers have the offer of working in the UK? Yes. Oh, I know a couple of weeks ago. Teachers in Su Anya chance. First, Emma A was health workers, nurses, doctors, and etc. And then the teachers got the opportunity as well. Now, teacher for no, so almost say I'm here science teachers and then the language teachers, science and then the languages. Now the languages can range from French to German to Portuguese to any other language. So that is that aspect. That is for the teachers, science and then the language teachers. Now what it also says is that you would need to have a sponsor. Over here, a sponsor. All those things on say wontumi enkoye application keke ense mepese meba UK ebe kyerɛ adeɛ wobɛkyerɛ adeɛ ɛwɔ he school bɛn na wokɔ sɛn na ɔmbɛtua ɛhe na wobɛtena. All these questions will have to be answered. That is why it's very important that you get the sponsoring school, the academies, the schools, or the borough that is employing you to come and teach in a particular school. You have to contact that borough. You have to do your own homework, do your search, do the search. That is what people don't want to do. You would have to go and do the hard work by looking for the employer, by looking for the school. And once you get that, you communicate with them. They will then confirm if they have the sponsorship certificate. Once they have the sponsorship certificate, they will then issue it to you, provided they are satisfied with your qualification and your experience. They may have to conduct interview with you. They may have to do video conference with you. They may have to do Zoom. They can give you a teaching topic to teach. If you're able to persuade them that you are able to teach persuasively to their satisfaction, and then they offer you the job, then with that COS, certificate of sponsorship, you are then able to apply to come to the UK to teach in the particular school. So, yes, teachers, you have the opportunity as I speak to come to the UK to teach, but you need a sponsor, you need a school, you need an employer who will offer you the job before you can come to teach in the UK.
Lawyer, yen take UK Navy ni Army no. Yen take mi ni abante bi katra na. O ka say o Ghana na o apply online ni ade ba no so I think say true so onye obi or a sponsorship and abisa obetimi aye bibi kakra fa UK Navy na say
The
military
army.
na bisa me unsa mo online for almost say Commonwealth that mo online for bibisa Commonwealth countries no obetimi apply online na wa be join na yembisa enhwe me unsa obi ebisa question about updates and other two no don't know or say what about the Royal Army any updates nti mema lawyer attach on it a quick one na yɛnhwɛ ɔmo mpɛ sɛ join army no so ne adeɛ ne sɛ we bi wɔ a
Yeah,
wobɛtumi de
that's
wadwira but
fine.
wobɛtumi bisa questions nti lawyer
Yeah.
over to you sɛ bibi on the army now.
The army, yes. Meaning, sir, the UK army recruits a lot of Commonwealth citizens, a lot, a lot. But yeah, from time to time, now almost me active recruitment, no more jackakra, then they open the windows. To be honest, as I speak today, I don't know the state of affairs. So this is what I will encourage anybody who wants to come and work with the army or to join the army. Go to their website, go to British Army Jobs, British Army Jobs. When you go there, register with them. You have to create a site. In other words, you have to create a login details. So you register, you put in your email, you have your own password. Then after that, you log in. They will be sending you correspondence as to the progress when they start recruiting, etc., etc. So that would be my advice. I know they register, they recruit from time to time. As I speak today, I do not know whether they are actively recruiting people from the Commonwealth. They do, but I can't say as at today. So please go on the site, Look for it, register with them. They will update you anytime they would employ people from the Commonwealth. They would notify you, and then you can quickly take the chance and come to join the army. I know when you come, they do some training, they do some medicals and all sort of things before you are finally enlisted. So yes, please go there, register, and I'm sure you will get some updates from them, directly from them. That's the best source you can get your information from.
Nice one, nice one. I think says Siano Obiati say, lawyer, any updates on visa fee no changes biaba? Things that
Not
will be online be said sika be changes biaba na say titina say netena.
visa fees. Visa fees for 2023. It normally changes in April because that is when the financial year starts. Visa application fees 2023. I have not actually seen any changes yet, but I will look for it. And once there is, if I see anything, I will let you know. Even before the end of the program, I'll check. And if there's any change, I'll let you know.
Okay, so next then I'll see you see and son be pick a man for see attach it on red list issue no and I want touch kakra on ejuma eba available soon from now to 4 years time anambwa.
Yes, from now to 2027, they want about 225,000 people working in the industry, in the health, in the construction industry. So, we are employer then be alert as soon as it comes through. Quickly, you can jump on, register at the Home Office, and then you can bring people from Ghana to come and work for you here in the UK. And then if I
Okay.
talk about the financial requirements,
Yeah, and number be sound, yeah.
I would say there are different categories of applications that we make to come to the UK, particularly when it comes to spousal applications. Now, sir, upe sir udi uyiri anawukuno anawuma ebe UK ha. There are requirements you have to meet with respect to the financial aspect. Now, there are different ways of meeting the financial requirements. We have different categories: category A, category B, C, D, E, and also and on and on. Now, generally, we have salaried and non-salaried employment financial requirement. Salaried and non-salaried. Then the second one we have non-employment. Non-employment. The third one is cash savings. That comes under category D. Cash savings. And then we have pensions. Then we have self-employment and directives. And then we have exceptional circumstances. So the UK government has made provision for all categories of people, the haves and the have-nots. Everybody has a category in which you will fall. When it comes to meeting the financial requirements for the application to come to the UK for your spouse or for your husband, your wife, or your children, you need to meet the financial requirements. So I'll go over again. We have the salaried and non-salaried. We have the non-employment income. We have the cash savings. We have the pensions. We have the self-employment and directives. Then we have the exceptional circumstances. So I'm going to take it one by one. There is no way we can finish the whole thing today. No way. It can take a whole year to finish just the financial requirements. So today, and then measure the salaried and non-salaried, and tanka kraba measure the cash savings. Now, salaried means salary means who ye juma ama ubi. Nipa no e chiawuka. O chiawuka ye behia niema bi a kyerɛ sɛ wotumi meet the financial requirement. Nti sɛ wopɛ sɛ woyiri ana wokuno eba the requirement is there. And now, person will any woman, and now we any nema eba, and also the requirements are there. So, number one, we are talking about salary and our income base. If you are working for somebody or you are an employee, let me use the word employee. If you are an employee, you need to prove that you earn at least 18,600 pounds a year. 18,600 pounds a year. Not less than that. 18600 before tax. Not after tax, but before tax. I don't say what the monthly income it is £1,550 a month. 1,550 a month. So if you don't earn £1,550 a month, then it means that if we multiply it by 12 months, you will not meet the £18,600. If that happens, so Uya application now, it will be refused. Uya application ma uyiri anawukuna, it will be refused straight away. So you need to prove that you meet the £18,600 requirement for a spouse. Now, what documents would you need? You will need pay slips. You would need bank statements to show that the payment from your employer goes into that account. If you use only pay slips, not bank statement and one, it will be refused. If you use only bank statements, not pay slips and one, it will be refused. There are occasions, I have dealt with one or two occasions where Nipano Omoman a hard copy of the bank of the pay slips and Oyurano. In that case, we were able to argue that look, Sawushe the bank statement more, the pay always reflects in the bank statement. Unfortunately, Wayura need this particular pay slip. That is why I know Enkaho. Nonetheless, if you look at the 28th of so and so date on his bank statement, there's a clear reflection of that pay in the account. Home Office accepted it and there was no problem. They gave it to him to come to the UK. So, Baakubi Anamyenubia Ira, it can be explained. But if you don't have any at all, then that becomes an issue and your application can be refused. So 6 months pay slip, 6 months bank statements. That is one. The next thing is you need a letter from the employer to confirm how long the person has been employed with that employer. Letter from the employer to confirm how long the person or the employee has been with them. And the letter has to state 5 things. 1, the start date. 2, the gross annual salary. 3, that when they started receiving that level of salary. Example, you were formerly on 19,000, now we put you on 21,000, and you started receiving that 21,000 2 months ago. So it has to state when you started receiving that level of salary. Then the next thing is it has to show whether the job is permanent, whether it is contract, whether it is agency, or whichever it is whichever category of work it is, it has to state this. So he has to state this 4 or 5 things again. When you started, gross annual salary, when you started receiving that level of salary, whether it is contract, whether it is agency, whether it is permanent, it has to state that in those 4 things, not 5, but 4 things has to be stated in that letter from the employer. It is essential. It doesn't have to be a long letter, it can be one line. And in that one line, all this information can come. We can confirm that Mr. XYZ has been employed by us since 2019, December 21st. His employment is a full-time employment and his gross annual salary is £21,000 a year. That's it. That is all we need. It's not a one-page letter. Yes, it can be 1 or 2 lines, but he has all those informations, and that is it. From a honor, you will need your P60. That is not mandatory, but it is very helpful. It helps you to show you how much your gross annual salary is. So straight away, you know how much you earn a year from your P60. So these are the things you would need to prove that you meet the financial requirement from salaried employment. Now, there are some occasions where the person has started with a new employer, but they haven't been with the new employer for 6 months. Example, the person was working for another employer and then they changed employment to another employer, to a new employer. This is only 2 months. They want their wife or their husband to join them. Remember, you need 6 months pay slips, but you only have 2 months from the new employer. How do you prove 6 months? Now, what you do is if you go to Appendix Financial Requirements, it says you have to go back 1 year of your previous job. Because you've not been in the new job for 6 months, you go back to the old job for 1 year. So you need to provide 1 year pay slips and bank statement for the old job. And it has to show that you were earning that 18,600 in the old job. And the new job offer also has to show that you earn the 18,600 for a year. So 18,600 from your old job, 18,600 from your new job, even though you've just been in it for 2 months or 3 months. Once you can combine this, the calculation is a bit technical because of how you have to go back for 1 year. If you can do this, I can tell you, you will get your spouse will get their stay to come to the UK. This is what we do, and we've always had excellent and successful results. It is technical to calculate. The one little thing you get it wrong, you'll refuse the application and take your £3,600. They will not give it back to you. Well, they can refund the IHS, but the application fee, it will not be refunded. So it is always advised for you to seek a legal advice before you proceed. And an old gentleman came to me on the Friday, not the Friday, the Wednesday before the Easter. He came to me and said, "Lawyer, I know these things. I have heard you say it. I don't want to get into any difficulties. I am bringing everything to you to do for me. Even though you have said it and I have followed you, I still want you to just do it for me. I don't want any refusal because of a little technicality." I said, "Well, that is fine. Thank you very much." And then I've taken over the work. So, yes, you may listen, but when it comes to the technicalities, I would advise you to always seek a legal input before you submit that application. So that is what it is. If you've been working with a new employer for less than 6 months, please go back to the old employment for 1 year. Do the calculation, have a table, set out the employer, set out the job title, set out the income a month, do the total calculation, multiply it by 12 months, see what it comes up to, and then you can show that you meet the financial requirement from salaried employment. Sometimes you may not meet the 18,600 from your salaried employment, but you can add it to another job or another source. You may add that to self-employment. So you can be employed with an employer, you earn maybe 15,000, and from your own self-employment also you earn a certain amount of money. Wait, me the name boom, it will hit the 18,600, then you can also make that. Let me quickly go to the cash savings. Now, before I go to that, say, Mame nkwa ana papa nkwa na ebe a, it is 18,600. But sɛ ne ba ɛbɛka ho a, then you need to show that you meet the additional income. So let me do a quick calculation for you, DJ. Sɛ mame papa no wɔ kurom ha, ɔsɛ ɔde ne yere ɛreba a, ɛyɛ 18,600. Sɛ abofra baako bɛka ho a, ɛyɛ plus 3,800. Abofra foforɔ bɛka ho a, ɛyɛ plus 18,600 plus 3,800 plus 2,400. So the more the children, the more the calculation you have to do, and the more the amount that the sponsor has to earn. So that is what it actually is. it's difficult. It's a very tricky calculation. If you're not careful, you will get it wrong. And if you get it wrong, they will not have mercy on you. They'll refuse the application and then they'll take your money. Now,
me tell no so uwie no so a yenda ne mmra ya so ye form akakra obi so wa opese oba oni na ebusua anye se obi na obia oba for holidays so na oni na ebusua ba ono so hia ska sen se na wo calculate e wo mo ho no nipa no so oba nipa na nya ade o citizen bia ho ono so be so de na ebusua ba ho enti ono so den na so provide e bia na or family of 2 e bia mo ye 3 ono na yire ne ma ana say we ono so no ahe na so nya ansa na obetimi enya sa we ni chucheche we mu nyina we no obetimi breaking from Ghana to UK ni so na enti ase
yo now sir obi eba with visit visa oba so oba besra UK now our area dey almost the specific figures at all but sir eba visitor almost fa figure dey until it is discretionary figure bia anyhow but near ya meme ye ni say bisa wo ho say number 1 plane fare e saying so plane fare so see I can say I don't know what a plane fare is let's assume that it is 800 pounds that is just assumption and maybe to make it easy for calculation let's say 800 pounds now 800 pounds any plane fare in the macro eno atoho and by Ghana cities Ebeye saying in Ghana cities 800 pounds by the current rate of exchange. What is the rate of exchange? DJ, Pacho Unim.
So na obedu be 10 plus oh.
Okay, so let's even assume say
800 pounds to Ghana cities. 11,500.
So that is 11,500 Ghana cities oh. Okay. And we are playing for Wunkwa Esa. So when we read any woman and about, so you have to make it 800 times 3. That is 2,400. Am I right? 8,324, I guess.
Bro.
So I'm imagining your own.
Let me say 11,000. 11,000 times 3. It's all number 30 something. No.
I know what I mean is maybe pounds once and I mean Ghana cities no.
Okay.
Yes. So if it is 800 times 3, that is 24. And see, 800 is 11,500. Now you multiply that by 3. So we have 11,500 by 3. That is about 34,500 Ghana cities.
Yeah.
There are any more shopping in them. Baby, I'm weather in them. And so we have that calculation here. Now, 25,000 Ghana cities account more. Now, meanwhile, plain friend who crown a Brooks idea. Straight away, you'll be refused. And I mean, a may crown, I may not be refused because we are already you haven't proved that you have enough money for your travel. Yes. And to do the transport, the plane fare, do how long you are coming to spend here, how much would you need for a day? Calculate that. Turn it into cities. Ask yourself, so hotel na Obabeda, how much are you paying? Maybe I know the way to add it out. That is fine. But that is not a problem. Hey, the shopping kakransu, how much do you have for your shopping? So do all of this calculation and then calculate it in cities and ask yourself, see, can I want my account mono? Me change it to pounds, I bet swana. And swan, don't waste your time, don't waste your money. So this is only any fixed amount, but you yourself will have to do the calculation and see where you stand. And these days, about 99% of applications that are being refused is based on Sika Seminole. Because your Sika is so weak, sir. So weak, sir. Obe ever 20,000 Ghana cedis on account more. Ye di ba pounds more. Na aye kete. Na obronia kasha say so be here cleaning ever UK poor. Within 1 month, no, on your SASI can more than 10 years savings now work in your account. Now, or the aginasu, now, or the are refusing. So, these are the things. There's no fixed amount to send here, our radiant ete, but you have to do your own calculation to see exactly where you stand.
Wow, okay. So now, can be
Me that say. Now, when it comes to cash savings, now cash, a wo onye adwuma wa na wo cash no nti wo pese wo gina wo cash ne so na wo di edi wo yiri ana wo kunu eba UK say wo pese wo rely on your cash savings you do not need pay slips won here bank statement. Well, of course, you need bank statement because the money has to be in your account, so you need bank statement. But you do not need pay slips because you are not working for anybody. You need to have 18,600 times 2.5. That is 2.5. Obi be say 2.5 na efi say assist na never ma we na wo na you ma 2.5 years. 2.5, 2.5 years. And did they multiply the 18,600 by 2 and
lawyer article sorry so lawyer babaka mesani na babium I think say bia na we nya problem kakra SBTV Africa, the voice of the community. Me lawyer wisdom akao make sure so the comments beba or the wadwin chire beba so untimi type so a enche ye be pon meba za ka be less than 30 minutes na ya ponti me the number ba be to screen lawyer ne contact ne good screen so first time na ohwe bia every Fridays bia me ne ba 5:30 to 7 enti wo questions bia opese obisa na we UK hu nsem common e di nti say opese obisa na baby a obetimi ebisa no for questions ne bra before e be sign out me wa answer mo questions ne nyina obetimi nso de as any voice note di abana mabo so untimi type here that is untimi type here medma the way ba to screen so obetimi ebisa no ebia voice note only voice to short one now answer very important person am say kan no I think say lawyer nya problem you say of frame me was say mama mfana me back yeah lawyer hello hello minsa kan lawyer onya some small problem you back iti for questions ne bra na me number no me the number ne to comment section no muni SVTV Africa number no the plus 233 240 677 only voice notes me the to comment section nti obetimi asene owe aba na o sene ba me de two screen so nti obetimi asene aba o sene ba mebo mo amuntimi ntro muntimi type ni mesere mo your voice notes quick what question bi abese obisa na short na obabaka mebo o question na ma nti bia o ye ni brief bia less than 1 minute na mabo na mebo na no nka se obeti bi na oyi mu ano nti mo betimi de mo ko ya obetimi type so a for questions in the bra me hu say ebi mu type ba we live show na o hwe no ebi mu type questions it obetimi so do there aba obetimi there aba once I make train lawyer so bra back na I think so nya some small problem make sure so be share link we are very important na Ghana for do na we mu say the ba ye mpe ya mo pe ade bi connection no bi akọ video bi obi no so be o me connection ma me wo no bi aframe nya me dey chop my money o they do this with before obetu anamo bibi no nya idea also ready ana tie obi mu say na also nya fair idea for questions na bra na tie it is obi ko ka bibi che okra na bo say no we no omo your benfo so what I say lawyer we no un say me nya obi a ke na me be ba say we benfo nti me na ba de na un say we ide form nti my corner office mo am follow me at my corner office for UK ho me na interview I think say 3 times meaning baby or one there so a very good lawyer nti omo corner house be catch also a very good nti or a good nti mun share lawyer baba lawyer enko problem ana
I am sir mensako kan bibi wa hana etiko I'm sorry
okay nti over to you now okay bibi
yes And to now make us say, me, I'm going to me sika. Me say, me, nye, mama, obia, me, person, me, yuri, eba. Now, say, me rely on my cash savings. Me here, 18,600 times 2.5. 2.5 near the number of years now with the amount, 2.5 years. 2.5 is the same as 2.5. So you multiply the 18,600 by 2.5, and that will be 46,500 pounds. 46,500 pounds. It has to be sitting in your account for 6 months. But in year, so we are below 18,600 nipe. You must have an automatic savings of 16,000 pounds. Automatic savings of 16,000, and they are constant. And to this 16,000 pounds, no, Ebeka the 46,500, 62,500 pounds. And that money has to be sitting in your account for 6 months. You should not touch that money for 6 months. And based on a no, to me, application, I'm a and I will not waba. So, wuma su eba, you would still need to add the 3,800 times 2.5 to that. Then it keeps going higher and higher and higher. Now, the advice now, I me mark my clients, me say, Sikana aye too much for you. Near over to me, and say, Mama menunkwa emra. So, Mama menunkwa about first, and I'm a papa nunkwa emra first. So, nunkwa about first. One no, musika, se say, no, yet the mummy and no, ebebo. So, let me go over it again. Say, who depending on cash savings, then you have to show you earn 18,600 pounds. If it's on cash savings, you have to show 18,600 pounds times 2.5. 18,600 times 2.5. When you have that one, you have to, that will give you a total of 46,500. 46,500 pounds plus savings of 16,000 pounds. 16,000 pounds. Now, if you add that, then you will have 62,500 pounds. And no, and I'll bet me so Eddie aye application for Wiri and now now waba and they will be not UK. 62,500 pounds. The question is, how many people can have 62,500 pounds sitting in the account for 6 months? It's not a lot. People may have it, but it's not a lot. And say, over struggle with the financial requirements. Say, Uye Juma, that's a second swati, is below 18,600. Get a second job. Get a second job, not with the account. Now, no, at least for 6 months, 6 months, with the account one, it goes above the 18,600 pounds. Then you are able to apply for your spouse to come and join you in the UK. So that is that. Now, there's another source of uh, financial requirement you can use is if you are a pensioner, or a pensioner, you can also have your pension. So a UK pension or UK foreign-based pension. Maybe you are working in another country for a UK company, and then there's a pension associated with that. You can also rely on that. But you can add the pension to some other income. Now, Edru 18,600 now, you can also use that to support the application for your spouse to come and join you in the UK. I know it's a real struggle when it comes to pensions because some people are below the threshold. The money they receive is far below the threshold and makes it difficult for them to meet the financial threshold. So their partners are stuck outside, whereas they should have been with them in the UK. So that is also another thing. Pension plus some other source to meet the account. One thing I want to talk about is there are some exemptions. There are some exemptions. Now, BB or friend PIP, personal independent payment, personal independent payment. And no, ọmụ ọmụ ebi a yare bi nti ontumi enye adwuma, ontumi enye bibi bebree. So government no ma PIP ni pɛ, there is some other category, carers allowance, PIP, industrial injury allowance, etc., etc. I'll take that as a separate topic one of these weeks coming. Sir, who or PIP so you don't have to meet the 18,600. Sir, Uji PIP, personal independence payment from the government to support you because of your medical condition, you do not need the 18,600. All you need is to show that you pay your rent, you pay your council tax, and that is it. And we use the income support threshold. That is about 112 pounds, 120 pounds a week. You multiply it by 4 weeks, that gives you about maybe under even 500 pounds a month, plus your rent and your council tax. Maybe that takes you to about 1,000, 2,300 a month. Once you can show that amount a month, you do not need the 18,600. You do not need the 18,600. So that is what it is. I'll look at the last category of people who can also bring their partners on this category of financial requirements. We have the non-employment income. Non-employment income. And non a property rental. ABR, who are property be in the UK, and based on a the rent you receive, na a part of your income. And so we are self-employed. I'll look at that. We are self-employed. Now, who are property, so would you rent from the property? And then so what me the name you at their boom. If you are Uber driver, so Uber driver plus your property income would the count one. Now, I do 18,600 now, and then so what me now so now with the application number we read and I will call now. Then we have dividends. If you are, we are you have bought some shares, you have bonds, shares, trusts, stocks, investments, and you receive dividends from those companies, and also can count as part of the non-employment income to meet your financial threshold. So that's very interesting. Then we have interest from savings, and also if you have savings and you have some interest you get from that, and also you can add it to your income to meet the financial threshold. So interest from your savings can also be added to the financial requirements to meet the threshold. Another very important one here, maintenance payment from a former partner. Hey, dear, now we're worried, and now we're worrying a now the court has made the order that your partner should be paying you ABR £2,000 a month, £1,500 a month, £12,000 a month. You can rely on that money as a source of income, and then your friend of non-employment income, you can also add that to your earnings to meet the financial threshold. And the maintenance payments from a former partner of the applicant in relation to the applicant of any children of the applicant and their former partner. All this can also count towards maintenance payments from can also count towards the overall meeting the financial threshold. So that is also very important. You can add that as well. Then we have maternity allowance, UK maternity allowance, and also wet media account. Bereavement allowance, also wet media, and also at the account. And then bereavement payments can also be added to it. We have widowed parents allowance, widowed parents allowance, and also wet media at the account. Now we have ongoing insurance payments. So what insurance be? Every month they pay you out of that insurance payment. You can also add that to the to show that you meet the requirements of the non-salaried income threshold to meet the threshold. So then ongoing payments from structural or structured legal settlements, ongoing royal payments, structured legal settlements. ABR, would it be Aqua Court? It's been agreed legally, sir, every month a rate of £5,000 out of the £100,000 now or deal can that can also come as part of the non salaried income to support your application to bring your partner to the UK. So these are also parts of the non salaried income. Now, I'll quickly touch on the self employment, which is what I know a lot of people also depend on. Self employed persons also have that. We have, for a self employed person, we will be you work for yourself. You may have staff, but you are actually working for yourself. It's not a company. A company means you have more, it's registered as a company and you have employees there. Or it's not a partnership. A partnership, there's more than two people who have formed a partnership. We are talking about self employment. You are self employed, you may have some staff, but you are self employed. If that is the case, we will need your last full financial year statement. 1 year of your financial statement, which shows money in, money out of your account. That you are running the business as a self employed person. Money in, money out. Sometimes invoices. Invoices are not required, but sometimes some clients provide it and we add it to it. Then we need the average of your last 2 full financial years. You can go 2 years or you can just use 1 year financial year. Then, as a self employed person, you can also have to provide your registration with the HMRC as a self employed person. You have to have the code there's something we call C203. You have to have all of that, your bank statements, your invoices, and all the letter from your accountant to an approved and a recognized accounting company in the UK to show that you are they are recognized and they are your accountants. With that, you are able to depend or rely on the self-employment as well. So if you can show that you meet these requirements, certainly you are able to then use that to support your application for your spouse to come to the UK. So, long and short, DJ, Midibesiha, and I'm sure there may be some questions. Uh, then I will respond to it if there is any question.
Lawyer,
Thank
wisdom, akao,
you.
serious
Yes,
man, or a serious man ankasa.
thank
So
you.
utie no na who they all kasa ne ade say we experienced man or a serious man. But I think some more menya voice notes me no comment section say ma drop questions. E mu
Okay.
also I be on be joining in late nti omo bisa ade bia ye treated that but
Okay.
see we video ba later how this we live we obetimi ahwe video ni biom from the beginning no bon say na mo bisa available jobs ni ade waka nyama bebre nti lo ma me mbo voice note we say obeti bibisa oti ama me hu say bo one te so ama me hu say onte
Okay.
Good evening. So firstly, mpɛsɛ meda wo ase sɛ Nyankopɔn so nhyira sɛ wonya mmerɛ a
eba
wokyerɛkyerɛ anim na
Eba.
mbisa kakra sɛ nanse a menya adwuma bi wɔ UK. Menya me offer letter ne biribiara, but unfortunately me employer no wɔntumi antake maintenance box no ɛna ɔkaa sɛ wɔ sisi no n'adwuma mu ɔmo short staff nti ɔmo pɛ sɛ me ba ntɛntɛm nti na ɔse ɔbɛsɛne me letter na was state letter add to me application so say he will cover my maintenance cost nti na me bisa say wakwaye immigration in patrol is it okay for me to submit documents we that's
Yo, me that say. Thank you very much, my brother. Now, say employer no ama wejuma ni SSA or no say, and not just the letter of offer, not just the offer letter, another contract of employment. And some of the friend COS, certificate of sponsorship. SARS certificate of sponsorship is like the offer letter. It has all the details within date of birth, your passport number, expiry date, everything. The job now, job description, Kama Uber, how much you're supposed to earn, the duration of the work. Is it 3 years? Is it 5 years? It has to state all of that. Now, sir, amount the COS now, then yes, you can go ahead to apply for your visa to come to the UK. If the employer has given you the COS, then you can go ahead to apply. But say a letter, offer letter, keke ena wama, then I would not advise you to go ahead with that because that will not suffice as a sponsorship letter. And I know the year and yet likely say the application will be successful. So please rather focus on the COS, Certificate of Sponsorship. With that, you have a very good chance of coming to the UK.
Okay, so I am taking comment section now. Me share comments, the ebi mo di aba. Obi si den me share. Okay.
Alex Kwapong Jr. Hello. I'll say if you want to bring your kids and your wife's kids to UK, do your stepchildren also go through DNA test too? No, no, no. It can be yes, it can be no, for a reason. The stepchildren would not go through a DNA with you because that will obviously not work. But they can go through DNA with their mother because sometimes I say Ghana sometimes we don't register them straight away. You're trying after many years, I pay able to for your registration for the birth certificate. And now you can so the birth certificate near older than 1 year. In other words, the time registration was after 1 year. They want to see some additional evidence to show say I'm Abufrani Yehuba. Example, who Abufra in 2017 last week and I'll go register now. That is more than 1 year after the child was born. But Uwa Bufrano in, let's say, today is the 14th of April. So Uwa Bufrano, 14th of April 2022. And I'll register now before 14th of April 2023. That is within 1 year. And no DNA. So if the registration is inside 12 months, no DNA. If registration is outside 12 months, then they would want to see something else to prove say ampa abofrani yawuba. Reason is this. Almost see almost US report bi a ɛkyerɛ sɛ Ghana sɛ ɛnɛ wokɔ sɛ yɛfrɛ kodwo mmienu yɛma birth certificate a yɛde bɛma wo ɔkyena the same person kɔ ɔsi David yɛfrɛ me yawansa yɛbɛsa ama no another birth certificate. The next day, the same person as Uncle, also David, your friend James Ando. Again, you want another birth certificate. Because of a no, people have multiple birth certificates and it doesn't reflect their true identity, whether they are truly related to Nipana or they are related to. And because of that, they want a DNA to support the application. I say ampa abufrano eye uba. So, question is, if you are coming, you are bringing your wife and your stepchildren, do you need to do DNA? DNA not with you, but DNA with their mother, depending on when their birth was registered. If it was registered in 1 year, within 1 year, no DNA. After 1 year, DNA is advised. And yet compulsory, but it is also advised if they can do that.
Okay, so I mean share next one. Observe what are the requirements for both. I think say
what are the
both
requirements for both parents in the UK? What are the okay, it's Alex Crapon again. Okay. Now if both parents are in the UK and let's assume that I'm going to work with a lot of assumption. Assuming say Papa no the UK and na odi obano edi aba. Omo me no nyina e wa ha say na sabofra na omo di ni eba. Then what you need is Papa pay slips, bank statements, letter from employer, tenancy agreement to show some of baby as abofrani bar or retina. You need all of this. Then abofrana all balance we do hire friend. So responsibility. Remember that the child is your stepchild. So the question is, where is the child's father? You need to prove that the father is responsible or the father is not responsible at all. If you can prove, or if you can show, or if you show, that Abofrani Papa is involved in the child's life, the child will never come. But if you can prove that ne maame nko ara ɛna ɛyɛ responsible for every aspect of the child's life. Ne school kom, ne didiem, ne ntaadehyɛm, hospital kom, biribiara ne maame ɛna ɛyɛ responsible for everything. It means that the mother has to be a friend sole responsibility. Sole responsibility. On that basis, obetumi di ne aba. Letter from school, letter from hospital, letter from private teacher, letter from the person the child is living with. If you can provide this document, then certainly the child will come. So, bank statement, payslip, tenancy agreements, communication, money transfer receipts, etc., can all be used as part of the application. Mr. Frank Bobby, I recently got an offer from a UK company, but he forgot to tick the maintenance box. I think it's the same person who asked the question earlier. The board, yes, the same person.
Okay. So, and yes, Sadia, next one.
Procon TV. If you have certificate of sponsorship and still has written RELT, do you still have a chance to travel to the UK? Of course. I mean, the COS is the key thing. The key thing is the certificate of sponsorship. Unya and now pass the RELT test, then it means you have a very good chance of succeeding on the visa application. Now, wait to me about UK. Now, what did your main way, and I have dealt with 3 applications recently. Did you have a friend administrative review? And the only reason for refusal is omo your sponsorship certificate no, omo your application no, but omo ankasa they had done a previous application because agents been a year ma na omo ever UK. Agent no nso anka nkyerɛ wɔn sɛ ɔyɛ application na ɔmo refuse yi o. Wanka nkyerɛ wɔn. Ɔkɔ keep passport ones ɛne sɛ ɔyɛyɛ ɛne refuse wɔn. Ɛno nso wanka nkyerɛ wɔn. Ɛna later no ɔde passport ne kɔka kyerɛ no so program na nka ɔmo ba no ɔmo nyanyɛ nti another time sɛ program foforɔ ba na wɔyɛ application ama wɔn. Nti maame ne deɛ ɛne papa ne deɛ ɔnim sɛ application biara ankom. Meanwhile na yɛ refuse application no. Nti ɔno kɔyɛ an application no ɛna ɔtake. Have you been refused visa before? Na ɔtake no because na onim ɛna ɔmo de decision ne ba yɛ sɛ you were previously refused a visa in 2021. But you fail to disclose, and therefore that is deception, and they banned the person for 10 years. So once Saturday, I can't want some over and over and over. Say, please always check, always check. If an application has been done before, please confirm and check. But one could take the right box now, you'll be banned from coming to the UK for 10 years. So we should just be careful whatever we do from now. Thank you.
Okay, so I think I may pick 1 or 2 now upon your time class. Until more, I feel I'm join here. No, I may say life will end. They'll be to me play bill. Lawyer, in your first time, my question is your mother ban. I think the lawyer tweeted that. Give you no page. Internet, I'm going to say, put up a subscriber or recommend more beer. If I never join you about life for and now say after life and the corporate me actually when you feel a woman, a lawyer so the numbers me so no bet me after the program with me afraid office line near the 2 numbers of maybe or more UK. I'm a person who can Orlando but an address in the better. But I may pick 2 more now. I'm picking a question at time and out swap on man pick here more fan chain. My picking way lawyer enjoy.
Boateng, Remy. Hello, Remy Boateng. I say, please, can your brother in Spain apply for admission in the UK for you? If yes, then what are the financial requirements from me? Admission. So that sounds to me like Uber school. So Uber school, of course, it's between you and the university, and not school now, Uber now. So background checks and everything, they are happy, they've given you the offer. Then of course, obetime aye the deposit on your behalf, obetime the payment on your behalf. That can be done. And then your brother will have to show that you have to show that you meet the financial requirement. You must have some amount of money in your account for 28 days before you go and apply for the visa. So that can be done. So yes, your brother, your uncle, your father, preferably the father, your mother can do the payments on your behalf. If they are the ones sponsoring you, they can pay on your behalf. and then you can do the account from Ghana that you can take from there. Trinity Menza, I am a France. I am in France. Okay, I think it's typing error. I'm in France working as a residential caretaker. Experienced 11 years with my wife. We wanted to move to UK. What must we do? Okay, that is simple. What you have to do is go online, search for employers that have sponsorship license. Go online or go to the Home Office website and look for register of sponsored, register of licensed sponsors, register of licensed sponsors. Go through that list. You will find thousands of employers on that list. Contact the care providers. If they need your service, they will liaise with you. They will take your certificate, check your resume, check your everything. Once they are happy, they can then offer you the job to come and work in the UK as a carer. Another aspect is you can also contact the NHS direct. Go to NHS jobs. NHS jobs. The last time I checked, there was over 20,000 job vacancies in London alone. If I'm not mistaken, over 20,000 job vacancies in London alone. Different trusts. Different trusts have different vacancies. And we have adult nursing, child nursing, critical nursing, different aspects. So if you want to come to work with the NHS, you can go online, go to NHS jobs, register with them, they'll communicate with you. Once they are satisfied with your qualification, they can offer you the job, and then they will sponsor you to come to the UK to work. My niece is on exchange program from Legon University in France and wants to visit UK. What must she do? Apply for visit visa to the UK. You should just apply for the visit visa from the UK consulate in France or UK embassy in France. Then set out the fact that she is on an exchange program. She's from the University of Ghana, an exchange program in France, and how long they are staying for. She just wants to see the UK and then go back. So yes, put together all your documents. Whoever is supporting you, get all of that together. Submit your application for visit. I am sure they will consider it and make a decision on your application.
Okay, lawyer, can last one we are now?
Babs Coker. Hi, Babs. Also, yeah, why smart? They are very good. I have a friend, Francis, who works with the law firm. Yes, that's lawyer Francis for some time. And then only her or chili or baby or chili or baby. Or Frank Sabah Trevia. Thank
Lawyer,
you so much, Mr. Coker. We are good.
more intimi ampeke more questions no mfa nche time upon kra shane so nyame adoma next week Friday be oba from 5:30 Ghana time 5:30 to 7 oba say it ha say afina wo woni aboso dia make sure so be subscribe say na be eba omia tap the subscribe so adoma no so eba live abenya notification no abe join here now the questions na bantem the numbers no screens no so no lawyer before meja okra no o the address na bibia o London ne o numbers no dey go obetimi amomo final message and signing out.
Okay, Medasi DJ. Before the final message, I just want to say thank you very much. You're doing a good job. I mean, sure. I mean, it's just out of your own goodwill and the service that would mark Ghanaians all over the world. I just want to say thank you. May the Lord bless you. Yes, may He enlarge your territory. That very soon you'll be working with CNN. With CNN, I'm sure.
Hey, SBTV Africa today. Unim say me your turbo intercooler engine. Unim sa engine back unim.
Baby.
What was that plane be that?
Hey.
A Concorde plane, the fastest plane in the world. And then they have about camp to see a Gina, so you see a Gina, so sir. A point rough.
Thank you so much. I mean, sure, yeah. God bless you. I'm very
Amen.
You're
to
thankful.
FBTV Africa fans, yeah, I want my subscribe.
Yes,
I
yes,
want
yes.
to subscribe
Thank you.
here, so there. I mean, say, it's here,
Yeah.
Damun Naswasi.
Yeah. So yeah, that was say details no and a work on the screen no. Office number here. Who from outside the UK is +44 2080 165 384. That is from outside the UK. +44 2080 165 384. And the other mobile number here, maybe there 079 31 411 042. I know a mobile number. Lawyer Francis dear, and so a lawyer Bosom Pim BOSO Francis Bosom Pim DNA 079 46 77 2439 07946 77 2439 and here lawyer Francis Bosom Pim and number. And I lawyer Nana Amwa dear a 07 lawyer Amwa okay yeah 077 37 57 2905 077 37 57 2905. And your lawyer Rosemary the Rosemary no number a year Rosemary. Okay. A year 0794749 07949 566 536 07949 566 536. Take for them say it will be a say. Nyame aduma next week. Say essentially I will talk about Omwa. You don't have to meet the financial requirements. Some exemptions, things of the sort. You do not have to meet financial requirements or exceptional circumstance. Bibinti, a juma crying idea we juma, but obey then and I would do and I will aba. And only an exceptional circumstance now. It's possible, so still you can bring your family without having to meet the financial requirement. And I must say, this is a now. So have a good weekend. That's a net. Give a sign.
Nice one, lawyer wisdom Akao Wiseman solicitors. Madam I say, Madam I say Friday biano. If you had biano, no so be join here how this are teachers. Mo am show you Madam I say, Amazing Grace, Madam say pa comfort to US, Madam say, share SBTV. Abo am comments by James Nyaho, Trinity, Kwame, Aka, Semenza house, the Munina Madam say. Treme Kenneth Tre, okay, Sally Jane, Babs Coca, Omunina, Procom TV, Omunina, Frank Bobby, Alex Quapon Jr., Ibrahim, Magida, Smiboni Yedia, Obaya, okay, Munina, mo comments in Yamehu, but I'm some share Yao. Richard Yao Sapon, thank you so much. Don Snow TV, Abra Noma Yawasare Frimpi, okay, Smile Ken, Madam say, and Evergreen TV Bian so, hey, Facebook comments, Augustine, okay, Madam say, some share SBTV Africa, more videos, whoa. And then Friday, thank God it's Friday. I hope it's a Vim day. Videos, I upload the videos, no, more videos. Sunday videos in there was story. So, me show no subia. My numbers and all screens no. And they be a more share SBT money my numbers, but we need a number in there. See, I know my other screen see a lawyer number, but me them numbers there. We show videos now. We my numbers also +2332447909002, and I say. +2332406778898. Yeah, even your YouTube page in Angasano video be a comment section. No one say numbers or so number no WhatsApp me. Ebeba me ho. o send me voice note e be ba me ho nti obi wa so person making sure say me ana me but and frame me I did there and frame me o frame me o be disappointed because onyame no one pick me and don't call you send me voice note whatever the issue o send me here say family so a e wo ma o dey just say hi me check it because me dey me sing customer service o cost the basa message me phone back me hwe so sa nti ebi wa abotre me reply obia me ye sa de nti kakaka do dey send me voice note and answer WhatsApp message and one na say big ups me da munya say weekend no mon chele but mon take care chill take care yes all chele keke na off beat no just enjoy life. Madam production team as DJ click Sharon and Tina like it share subscribe we share mo kroma onim the obeka kasa den tour na majese den tour so den tour makram meko peace out.